Good morning, my family. Good morning to everybody. Thank you so much for coming by. I apologize for actually missing yesterday. If you didn't hear, actually, I had quite the situation with my little boy. My goodness, man. If you know the situation, thank you so much for reaching out. Thank you so much for all of your kind comments, regarding my little boy, right? But he is doing good. He is doing much better. I'm looking at him sleep right now on his little camera, right? And yeah, so guys, it was a scary moment, very scary moment, having your child fall and kind of gash his head open a little bit, right? Luckily for us, he did not need stitches. He did not need anything super evasive, right? It was just I don't know if you have actually heard about this glue that you could actually apply right to an open wound, and that helps cure it somehow. I'm brand new to that, right? So I've never actually heard of that myself, but that's essentially what they used in his head and, his forehead, right? So, but yeah, team, thank you so much. Thank you everybody for being so kind, right? And, but yeah, we're back. We're trying to get him back in schedule, right? So he went to sleep about 2.5 hours earlier than yesterday. Okay, so that's I know sometimes it could be a little difficult, right? But I'm gonna try to get him in even earlier tomorrow, and yeah, everything will be cool. But what is going on with the freaking markets, right? What is up, Sway Barefoot? How you doing? Teaser, what's up, dude? Saying greetings from Sweden. I hope you all have a nice green day, right, dude? Thank you so much for wishing that. Rosy Gray Glasses. We need to know when the FNGR giant green candles are due for our paper trading accounts, as my bro. What's up, man? What's up? Good to see you here. So Dan Love talking about GDVM. What's going down with GDVM, my bro? Let's go ahead and pull up a master layout here. We'll go ahead and take a look at it. I just want to make sure that we can look at the broader markets real quick before we move on to some individual tickers. But for sure, I think I remember that ticker, by the way. Right? I think somebody in Twitter. Wow, I can't clear my voice. GDVM. Yeah, somebody in Twitter ended up asking me about this I'd say a couple months ago maybe. And I think this was one of those tickers that had, I think it had some zeroed out iterations here. Let me see. Yeah, it is this one. Check it out. So several times the ticker actually kind of rugged. Right, so I guess you'd have to be very careful with this, but it's an interesting range down here, right? If you knew that I guess your low was 5 zeros and 9 5, and you were playing the range for a half a year straight, that's a 333% jump to the upside, right? So very interesting times with this ticker, man. I'm not gonna lie, I am very scared of this ticker, and something that I will likely never trade, right? Based on some of those metrics there, but it is actually playing a very nice breakout right now from a descending triangle. So yeah, so let's go ahead and keep that there. We'll come back to it and take a quick look, okay? But yeah, it's in a breakout process right now. Very cool. All right, my brother. But yes, good to see you here, Dan. Good to see you here, Teaser. Thank you guys for coming by. So what's up, Vince? Good to see you here. Of course, we're going to be looking at those main tickers, right? We're going to be looking at FNGR and GTII for sure. And look at here. It looks like VIRI is, in fact, making its continuation to the upside. Remember that my overall take profit here is going to be around 209 based on the ascending triangles breakout, right? So this is playing the play very nicely, and it's already to my resistance level that we spoke of. I thought I was going to do it yesterday, but we only reached the first area of the resistance. So ticker symbol VIRI doing very good on the day. And yeah, so please remember that we're going to be looking at that too. But we want to look at the broader markets. But let me just say hi to everybody here. What's up, moderator Sebastian Lim? Good to see you here in the chat. Right, let me go ahead and make sure that I can get this screen to be a little bit bigger, as I'm having a little trouble reading all of the comments, right? So let's see. Yeah, so hey, Jupiter, how you doing? Good to see you here. FNGR closed like a hammer candle. No, that wouldn't be a hammer. That would be called what do you think? What you're thinking is a shooting star, right? Like an inverted one, like an inverted hammer. So hammers would be at the end of a downtrend, and shooting stars and hanging mans will be at the top of a trend, right? So it looked like it. Moderator Sebastian Lim pointed that out just yesterday. And Teaser, thank you so much. We're so happy he's okay too, my brother. So he's acting normal too, so no problem there. Zephram, what up? Fun morning in the Discord. I think I just caught a quick glimpse of that. I'm like, what the heck? Oh my goodness. So, yeah, times can be a little weird. Wow, guys. But yeah, I apologize for any inconvenience I might have caused there, right? But thank you so much for coming by here. We are definitely going to look at the broader markets because there is absolute strength happening here, right? So my options calls actually ran in the money, and Gamma applied to them, so that's a good thing, right? So at least there's one positive there, while everybody else was winning on FNGR, right? I got a little bit of TQQQ here, and look at that, man. This is extreme. What is happening, man? Oh goodness. This is absolutely powerful. We're approaching 450 SPY. This is crazy. This is so bullish. I felt like we were a bit overextended, to be perfectly honest, and I also felt like there could have been a pullback soon, right? But I mean, damn. So the CPI came in low, right? So that and that actually printed on the Dixie, right? So the Dixie actually ended up responding to that negatively, which is technically what it is, right? So anytime that risk assets end up getting their pump to the upside, the Dixie tends to devalue a little bit, right? So let's go ahead and just take a look at that real quick so you can bear witness the dollar just kind of dropping, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and pull up the DXY here, and it's the TVC, the US dollar index, right? So let's look at that real quick. There you go. Look at that. It's still reacting so bearish, right? So against the broader market. So what we can do is actually pair this together with a few tickers, right? So we can do like a multi-pane, right? So let's go ahead and keep the DXY daily here. We'll go ahead and load up, say for example, the SPX, right? And put that right up here. And let's look at the NDX, right? So NASDAQ ticker, the big boy, the actual index, right? So yeah, go ahead and take a look at that price action, right? We're getting absolute just inverse activity right now, which is typical, right? So, and now when you're facing actually inverse activity like this, you can only assume that the crypto assets are probably doing okay as well, right? So let's go ahead and pull up the all-time history index here for BTC and take a look at it. Well, there you go. There is some upside for BTC, right? Landing just shy of about $31,000, looking pretty bullish. Everything is looking really good, you guys. That's and it's like that because it's kind of like the Fed. It feels like the Fed is pivoting, right? It feels like the Fed has actually shown us that we could be facing, like, for sure a bottom and the beginning at least of the next leg up before we start consolidating again, right? Just like we did here, right? We're consolidating here, right? We make the next leg up, consolidate for a little bit, next leg up, and then we consolidate for a little bit. We got the next one. There could be a resistance coming up on the NDX, and I guess it could be soon, right? Maybe 45.13 NDX to around or SPX, sorry, to around 45.33. Okay, so yeah, everything is looking pretty bullish overall in the markets, you guys. But one thing you should know is that when the broader markets, I'm talking about like big tech, right? That's as soon as you start getting, like the SPX and NDX, right? As soon as you start getting this really positive outlook here, that kind of puts a little bit of a pressure on the small caps and the micro caps too, right? So that's I'm talking about bearish pressure. So sometimes they perform better when the broader markets tend to come down a bit, right? So, and seeing that there could be a resistance, that's gonna certainly assist the tiny caps, right? So then they'll be able to have a clean break as the price action approaches some type of resistance. Okay, so just to kind of put some extra little tips out there for your convenience, right? Just know that there are several ways to looking at the markets, and yeah, but it feels like the blue chips are running right now. So we were looking at ticker symbol NVIDIA last night actually for a potential breakout play to the upside. And we were looking at some options contracts, which we did end up putting up in the option strategy channel in the Discord. So we ended up getting that, right? And look at this. So for sure, we're getting an upside. We in fact gapped up on the day. So so congratulations to those who ended up picking up some call options based on the Discord play, right? So yeah, everything is looking pretty good, team. I was expressing that we did have some overall bullishness coming in, especially since the SPY was showing literally every momentum indicator. It was showing that there could be a potential upside coming in. Daily time frame RSI in that gravitational zone, very likely for this to get pulled up to the upside. Okay, so keep an eye on your broader markets, team. It's always good practice to observe the major influencers here, right? So that would be your large caps, your blue chips, and your broader markets, right? So if it matters to you, right? If you are trading the markets, but yeah, everything's looking pretty good, team. I love it so much. Let's go ahead and keep a close eye on Viri, because this is now officially making a break out of the $2 mark, and that actually makes things a bit difficult sometimes, right? Because a lot of people tend to take profits at those psychological targets, right? Not always do they work, but what I mean by that is actually sometimes you expect something to just sell off at the exchange of entering a new dollar value, right? It doesn't always work. It is a psychological metric, but only if the asset really overall believes in it, right? So we would have to actually study anytime that the asset has broken a dollar mark and then seeing what the price action does there. As not every ticker tends to behave the same way. It's only speculated, right? So yeah, let's keep an eye on that stuff there too. Now, for my man, Dan Love, let me look at this real quick for you, my dude. So yeah, so I think that it is in this breakout process. What's happening right now is that I think that it's coming back to test the newly converted resistance into support, and I'll show you exactly what I mean, right? So, and another thing, team, my apologies for being a little bit disconnected yesterday, right? And a little out of it, right? So we actually experienced quite a bit of pressure. Sorry, can't even talk. With what happened with my son, right? So just know that I'm here, right? And everything is looking pretty good. I just I want to say that I appreciate everybody so much for being so understanding, right, team? So thank you, everybody, once again. I couldn't be more grateful for for a better community. So I couldn't ask for it, right? So you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for everything that you do for me, right? So this is what I mean, Dan, as far as a formation type of breakout here. So this is a falling wedge, and Zephram is saying your son's more important than us. We're just glad he's okay. Absolutely, man. Thank you so much for that. And we are too. We were super worried, right? And then our my parents were telling me that, well, your sister and your brother, that they ended up getting their gashes in their head right around the same age, maybe 3 or 4 years old. And if I recall correctly, I must have been around 9, right when my brother was around 4 years old. So I do remember that, in fact, and that kind of eased my mind just a little bit, right? But yeah, team. So this is one of the targets that we're looking for on this breakout. What I'm afraid of here. Actually, no, we already got that validation of a support with this candle here, the daily candle, right? The next step that we're doing here is okay. So if you remember, right, when I talk about specific zones, when breaking areas of resistance, you would actually get that. You would actually move your stop loss. We'll go ahead and go over a scenario right now, but let me say thank you so much to my moderator, Sebastian Lim, for providing that for James from FNGR, right, dude? Thank you so much for sharing some of those gains for my little boy. It makes me feel like you covered some, right? So I hope that you are doing okay in your play as well, my brother. We're going to look at FNGR right now and evaluate what could be happening there, right? So let me just look at this for my brother Dan Love, as he supports the channel often too, right? So let's just make sure that everyone can get a pretty good shot at getting their, some of their tickers at least looked at, right? So oftentimes some retail may not be able to get that from their favorite influencers, right? As there could be a saturation of retail, right? So I understand that, but I hope that I can help you with this, my friend. So no, I thought that we were going to retrace here, right, to all the way back to validate the support. Of course, anything's possible in the markets, right? We need to consider things like that anyway. But what I'm looking at here, Dan, is that this is a tweezer bottom, right? Let me zoom in just a little bit so you can see, right? So let me hold on just a sec. Right. Just need to get rid of that tool. So yeah, this right here, these two candles, those two shadows coming down like that, the two wicks, those mark a tweezer bottom, and that's usually a bullish candle formation, right? And now these are tweezer tops, or this could be, actually this is considered the three black crows, right? So that introduces a downside. So if we were to look at this yesterday, we would have known that we could have seen the downside today, continuation of a downside based on this formation here. So usually you get that first wick to the upside that kind of shows you weakness coming in or exhaustion from the bulls, right? Then you get the next three long wicks to the upside, thus printing this bearish formation called the three black crows. One more thing to validate within that is actually the very single candle right up here. So that is marking a shooting star doji, and that usually presents a potential downside coming in, especially since we're in the daily time frame. That helps with identifying trend, right? So this is literally a buy formation bearish setup right here. So that a try formation. So that now the third one is actually these two candles here. You're looking at a bearish engulfing, this red candle engulfing the previous green. So that all, I mean, it's just it was kind of written in the stars that this would actually face a little bit of a pullback here, since we're looking at so many so many things all in one. But yeah, this is a slam dunk confirmation for a downside here, right? So huge play, right? Damn. It's not all the time that I get to see a tri formation build up like this, right? So you have the you have the three black crows, you have the shooting star formation, and you have the bearish engulfing. Crazy times there. So, but all of those don't play any mathematics. They don't show price objective. It's only psychological that it is said to come down based on those formations, right? So this very well could have been the floor, right? Or we could continue to the downside and check another area, of which I'm going to show you which, right? So I'm thinking that if it does continue to the downside, then we do have this zone here to kind of keep an eye on, right? So right over here, it could be between the, now remember, it's just I speak about this in a lot of spaces when they invite me to speak, right? And they say, hey, man, so how do you do it? Like, what do you do? Whatever. So what I'm practicing here with you, team, every single day is actually something that I haven't practiced in a very good while. And this is actually discretionary trading. So my initial training actually was discretionary training. And it was learning just raw price action, right? And understanding the higher probability support and resistance zones, or institutional demands and supplies, right? So that's what I'm re-practicing here with you, and it shows that some of my discretion is still okay. And of course, I can brush up in other areas. You know what I mean? It's like anything else. You just continue practicing, and it'll likely come back to you very well, right? So yeah, this is what I'm looking at here, team. Potential drop to the area of 451 to 465. Let's see the moving averages. We have the EMA 21, very notable moving average right there. There could be some support right now. We were on the EMA 55 on the daily, right? But oftentimes I tend to prefer the EMA 21 for a lot of the moves that I play, right? The SMA 50 also located dead on the 451 too. So we have very good support there. Okay, so yeah, keep an eye on this, team. And I'm noticing here that there has been golden cross. I hate golden crosses when they happen with a downside pivot, but still, it is a golden cross. And as you can see here, let me get the price action out of the way. Look at just the moving averages, right? So, man, I hate that I have this drawing. Don't focus on this drawing, on this thing right here, right? So focus more on the moving averages. So let me just get rid of this temporarily, and this too. So these moving averages, you can see that they're all kind of converging, right? They're all coming to each other, and you can actually see that the price action is starting to contract just similarly, right? You can see right over here that it's facing the resistance, right? And it's going to face this support, and then it's going to, bounce, and it's going to get tighter. It feels like we're at the beginning of some type of pennant or a descending triangle or something, right? So that's why I'm suggesting that this could be one of those supports. I honestly would prefer this top one here, because then that would be indicative of a pennant formation, right? Like in a triangle family. And that one in the ascending triangle would be considered continuation formation, right? So particular to the upside. Okay, so when you're getting a pennant formed, which is that triangle, right? It would be like a symmetrical triangle, perfect on both axes, right? So then to the center, proportioned to the center. So that type of triangle would be considered bullish, right? It can be played both ways, but it can be considered bullish because it's being built during an upside. Okay, so some of those traditional trading rules, right, to kind of keep in mind, more of that discretionary trading that I'm speaking to you about. So this symmetrical triangle here could be being formed right on the daily. So we'll see this. This presents a range. A lot of people tend to trade this as either counter trend trading or fade plays, right? Anything like that. All that can work here. As long as you know the trend, then that can help you greatly when trading. Right, team? So yeah, that is essentially what I'm looking at here for GDVM. I would keep a close eye on your shorter time frames, as that's going to be likely the ones to show you the downside or upside, right? So 30-minute time frame already suggesting downside here. We're converting the 30-minute SMA 100 into resistance. So that's highly likely for this to continue to the downside. Hourly is showing that downside too. It's bleeding in there. You can see here we're getting a clean resistance from that EMA 55 orange line. Bi-hourly time frame, let's see. Still facing the downside on stochastics. RSI bearish cross beneath the 14 SMA. And we still have that bearish cross on the MACD as well. I have to give this. And look at this. Bi-hourly time frame could be the space where we're trading it. EMA 55 and SMA 50 located right within my range. And so that could be it. I have to give this precedence now, my brother. So expect a bounce from this zone here. And if we are to fail any bi-hourly candle beneath the area of 451, that would be indications of a continuation of a capitulation. Man, so many Asians there, right? Wow. So just remember what I said, right? Keep a close eye on what you're doing here. And let's go ahead and look at FNGR now, team, because I know that there's a lot of questions regarding this ticker. And oh man, so it looks like we got a temporary bounce from that 557 and eventually came back down and created this hammer candle. So this, to whoever was asking me about the hammer, I know that you were looking at it on the 12-hour time frame, or the hourly, I believe was. Oh no, I'm sorry, the daily. Which one was it? Sebastian, what was the, I totally forgot, man. I totally forgot what you were showing me. Was it the 8-hour or 12-hour that you showed me what I told you it was a spinning top doji? More than a inverted hammer or shooting star. I forgot the 3-day. Okay, so let's see that. Well, yeah, that's another thing too, is that we have still 3 hours and 46 minutes to close it. So that wouldn't actually validate it. So if you're looking at this here, in 3 hours and 46 minutes, we will be closing this 3-day iteration here. And this right here is kind of a perfect example of spinning top doji, so which is indecision in the market. Or you can consider it let's say a tie between the bears and the bulls, right? So when you have equal distance wicks from the upside and downside with a tiny body in between, those are indecision candles or spinning tops. So can you look at HYMC? Big move today. What? Really? That's also making me... Why is that happening, actually? That's making me feel like AMC has something going on, which, by the way, I've been talking about it. Something weird is going on with AMC, I'm not going to lie. And it feels like it's trying to put a setup of something. Look at that. It's up on the day. And so is Ape. Damn. 449. Is there some type of resolution coming in finally with that trial regarding the conversion of the preferred equity unit into the Class A common stock. Is that coming up, or I don't know if they made the decision finally regarding it, but very cool, right? As this is allowing me to capitalize just a little bit more on some of the losses that I experienced from the last 2 years of being of Arca being Ape Nation, right? Right. So yeah, we need to pull out those funds so that we can start trading. A little bit larger of an account, right? So that'll certainly help, right? I still have another $1,400 in this that were once worth when I was beginning trading 8,000. Oh my goodness. Dude. So Daryl, you're also looking at BGLC. Let's see. Yuka Frita saying 100 million shares sold yesterday after hours on Ape. Sold. And it's still, dude, it is still reacting like this. This type of price action, this looks like reaccumulation on AMC. And it also reminds me, it's very reminiscent on what was happening in 2021. Okay. Damn it. Let me show you something, okay? Let me see if I have it here. And if I don't, then whatever. We may, let me see. Okay, so during one of my, Sebastian knows what I want to talk about here, but I think it was, let me see if it was the weekly. During one of the master course sessions that we were evaluating, I was comparing this. I didn't want to show it too much, right? Because it presents hopium. But I was showing the master students that there could be a potential fractal happening, right? So when you get those fractals, there's I don't like practicing fractal theory too much, although when I'm telling you a triangle happening, that's also considered a fractal as well, right? But I generally don't like to play like this formation theory or fractal theory based on this touched here and this touched there, and then because these two touch, then you get that upside. Because I mean that's entirely just like something like that would the conditions have to be very similar, which oftentimes they're not, right? So and that's my particular problem with this, right? So this being one of them, right? So, and I think I also let me see if I can. I don't know if I titled it fractal. No. So, and let me see if I actually have it on AMC as a fractal too. Let's see. So, or you know what? I can actually just do it live here with you. So let me show you this. So first of all, this formation here was the one I was speaking of. I think we might have been talking about this on. It could have been Sunday the 14th, right? Or it could have been on this side of the spectrum, right? Maybe I think it was around Saturday the 30th or 31st or something like that. But we were around here, and I spotted this, so I said, "Oh man!" So here it goes. So people are gonna start freaking out, right? If I'm gonna mention this, I'm just gonna point it out as a potential fractal, right? So I explained here that AMC and GME played a very similar kind of failed Head and Shoulders type of three top side touch here with a reaccumulation from it, and then a huge failure of it, and then we got a huge upside thrust. So this was in Sebastian. I think I remember him telling me like, "Oh, dude, no way, we're gonna get upside on FNGRs." I tell him, well, if history is telling us anything, then technically yes. It's just and it just so happens to be one of those tickers that are getting a lot of pressure from shorts and stuff like that, right? So that's kind of why I pointed that out, and it happened. So from that drop, it's very interesting actually. From that drop, FNGR has actually lifted off 499%, 55%. So pretty much 456. That's insane, right? So that's pretty much already. This is a lot larger, by the way. I think it was The January run in AMC, I think, was like 300 and something percent, if I'm not mistaken, right? So it's already at squeeze territory. So that's massive, team. That's crazy. So, but yeah, AMC also had this. It had that similar feel, right? So a lot of times, like I said, I don't tend to practice things like this because that's highly speculative, and AMC was the one to really showcase that fractal, right? So for example, here, this is that this is that peak for the January run, right? So we have the 1, 2, and 3. We have that. I'm gonna show it to you just like FNGR was, right? So of course they all kind of fluctuate within certain little things here and there, right? But more or less they end up playing a very similar thing, right? So yeah, so you know, we get that reaccumulation dip just like the other one did, right? And then in a bigger perspective, this also played. I'm not even going to show you this one. It's okay. Just know that for a fact we're getting a very similar touch here, and it happened like literally 3 or 4 times within AMC. So this is one right here. We got that upside, right? The next one also happened literally right here, right? So this is your 3 peaks. It could either be this one here or this one, right, to mark off a very tiny little iteration there. And, you know, I'm just showing it to you like I did for my master students, literally just like that, right? So this was that reaccumulation here. We got that dip right after it, and then we got that upside, right? So, yeah, so that's these are repeating iterations, and they I spotted them, right? So I'm sure other people have seen them too, or whatever. You know, I'm just kind of explaining that. For us to look at things that may impact price action based on popular belief, not by technicals or by fundamental news at all. Made generally by the belief, the sheer belief that if we're going to follow some type of trend, then we are to look at it as such, right? So, yeah, so, you know, we remember that. Downside 3 peaks and then a reaccumulation, downside 3 peaks, reaccumulation. And also right over here. So we have that downside, 3 peaks, reaccumulation. We get the downside here, 3 peaks, and reaccumulation. So I'm telling you, it happened multiple times within AMC, particularly AMC. So because this showed up, I started comparing them to other tickers too, and I noticed that FNGR was about to do it too. And that's where that happened. Hey, Samantha, good to see you here. Thank you so much for coming by and saying hello to the family, right? I was just explaining to everybody these fractals that were happening here on heavily shorted stocks, right? So it's a curious little thing that we discovered, right? So, but anyway, team, let's go ahead and continue on the analysis. But let me check the chat and see what you guys are saying, right? So, right, you guys were speaking of some, you know what? Yeah, let me just save it and close it just in case, right? And hold on, team. Let me just keep an eye. Oh, man. Are you serious? This is still going. So I got rid of about 75% my call options on TQQQ since they ran in the money and they got gamma ramped. So now I can look at, let me see, the rest of my exposure on the markets. As you know, with strength, I'm gonna go ahead and just continue letting the runners run and letting the winners win, right? So oftentimes, you know, it's good for your mentality too, just to show you that, you know, don't sell too early. Then, you know, you could just sell partial, leave a little bit of skin in the game, and then let it ride, right, for some extra profits and stuff. So I am currently 280% up on the day. From options running in the money from out of the money, right? So that actually presents a very bullish outlook when you're looking at options trading. So yeah, very impressive price action here from the broader markets, as I did see that there could have been some type of retracement coming in. Man. So that's pushing Nvidia up to, you know, up as well. My goodness. Guys, yeah, if you were able to long your calls based on the option strategy that we put up just last night, very fast, congratulations to you. And as you see, go ahead and notice that we're looking at that huge upside on the SPY and the TQQQ. So naturally, take a look at your Dixie falling even lower, creating now a new low of day, right? 99.90. So under $100 now. And this is still showing some, yeah, this is actually breaking. These are invalidation zones. So this was your first hint at it the day prior, right? So this candle was your first hint that we're closing below the supports of the invalidation zone, which would technically be a range between this low here of about 101.31 and about $100.77 based on these supports. And this daily candle, right, literally yesterday's candle, right, closed under that support, and the next candle, of course, reacted to that. So, it's good to keep in mind invalidation areas, right? That's the premise of just raw price action, observing those potentials, right? So, sorry, team, I just want to make sure that I can capitalize here on a good opportunity, right? So, showing a little bit of weakness right now on the TQQQ 43.58. We had just reached the high of, let's see. I'm just gonna get out of this. I'm gonna get out of this trade soon. So 43.68 could have been our high of day, and that it could be taking a break right now for a little bit of consolidation before suggesting or considering a continuation to the upside. So we have to observe things like that too, right? So team, as soon as this starts pulling back, I would expect the micro caps and smaller caps to react positively to a retracement from the broader markets. So this is already creating a natural area of support with this huge gap up, like on the TQQQ, on Nvidia, the broader markets in general, right? So now we have this space here to look at for support in the event to where bears do want to take this, right? So entering long in this zone here is not recommended because you're already entirely overextended and probably at the top end of a resistance zone. So likely some type of breather is to happen. And I'm not saying that that's guaranteed. I'm just saying that oftentimes when you're breaking key resistances, you'll get that nice pump to the upside, right? And then you would actually retrace and validate the newly converted key resistance into what could be a key support, right? So now it would be a combination of a key support alongside a gap. So that presents a stronger and even stronger support, at least based on some traditional trading rules. Or personals, right? So, but yeah, team, that was a very nice symmetrical triangle breakout. Actually, I say it was a pennant. Yeah, it was definitely a pennant, just like the one that we were looking at on the I forgot what other ticker we were looking at, right? But yeah, very, very similar to that. So anyway, team, let's go ahead and pull up some tickers here. I do remember Green Trader asking me for that SKLZ, I think he said. But I'll pull that one up, and I'll also pull up the ticker BGLC. So hold on just a sec. SKLZ, and also which the other one was which one again? Let me just go ahead and pull this up, and let's see what's going down. Sorry, that I had to get that out of the way, and close without saving. I don't care. Here we go. So this is going to be the master layout, right? Jeez, dude, what is going on here? What is going on? So I'm still not used to these the mechanical keyboards that have these like really super they're gaming keyboards, right? HyperX is the brand, and they have these really sensitive keys with just so much action, right? So they're really tall. So those, I'm not entirely used to them. Like I can type a lot faster in the traditional Mac ones that are very tiny and low, right? So bear with me. I swear I type faster than that, team. Okay, don't look at me weird. So anyway, BGLC is the other ticker that we're going to load up. So that's OTC ticker. Okay, huge pump to the upside. Very interesting times here. Okay, so yeah, let's look at BLGC and then SKLZ next. Okay, so naturally we don't have that much trading activity here. It looks like this thing IPO'd in September 2020, and it is making a very interesting breakout right now. So I'm not sure why it would be doing it, as it doesn't appear to have any news or anything, right? So if there was an accumulation of, I guess, volatility at some point, we're going to find out. But huge shakeout here. This was a massive long shakeout before a huge run, right? So much demand was actually presented to the point to where the candle overall ranged 8 cents as the bottom side, right? So these are oftentimes liquidity traps, right? So sometimes they could be fake. I don't know if it was a minute candle or whatever. I mean, we could always see. So yeah, look at this. This is a 30-minute candle and showing that it did it within 30 minutes. So that's why I said like a 5-minute candle or something, because these are usually flashes. So here's a 15-minute candle showing there was a flash all the way to 8. Let's look at the 5-minute. Here's a 5-minute candle, right? We're getting closer and closer to determining where and when it did it. We can get even closer, right? So let's look at the 1 minute and see if it did. Well, there you go. Within the span of a minute, we went down to the 8 cent range, right? Just like this here. And if you want to look even closer, we even can. So let's see 30 seconds. Within 30 seconds, we got that 8 cent touch, right? So this is what I mean by shakeout. It's just immediate price action that you would face. This is a 10-second candle here so that you can see it was a flash. It literally was just a bam, and it just immediately recovered. So those are called terminal shakeouts, or Wyckoff theory kind of talks about those, right? So just so you know. All right, so very curious price action within this nonetheless. So I guess, sometimes I just want to show you how things can kind of work out. All right, so yeah, while the daily shows that it was a nice little drop there and it created this hammer candle now at the end of a downtrend, that was a flash that happened instantly, and that could have stopped out so many people. And also reintroduced buyers who were waiting at some lower levels here. Right, so that's, team. And I don't even know why it would reach particular to this zone here, but the way you can do that or determine that is actually the prior day's inverse fib, right, or a range. So it's something like this here. Since it's too short, it's probably not going to do it. So let's consider the low from the prior day all the way to the range top, to the overall range top, which was right about here. And then we could start to see if there's any way that we can see why it reached down there. So it reached near the 2 fib, probably not there. Let's go ahead and check this candle here. So we'll bring it down. We'll bring it down ever so slightly, and then look, right? So that makes it tighter to the 2 fib. Let's bring it down to a lower area of the range, right? So this now is starting to make more sense. So this could have been, oh yeah, actually it could have been that, right? Because this candle actually gapped all the way down here, and then it showed a huge upside and then started rejecting from there, right? So it would be this candle here because it's so significant, right? So the opening of a green candle is always the bottom side, right? And the closing of a green candle is the top. And you are looking at it entirely inverse when it's a red. So opening on the bottom and closing on the, opening on the top and closing on the bottom, right? So yeah, so in this case, you can see that we're landing right at the 2.618 golden mean. And that, then you could find reason as to why, right? So just like I did, I had no idea, but I'll move my Fibonacci ratios like that to find where the inflection point could have been. And yeah, it shows that it could have been this. Not only that, is that as you start to kind of evaluate it further and further, then it starts to become more and more clear as to why you were able to face that type of rejection from that candle, right? So if you put a line straight across, you see that this candle here, right, it closed right there, the one where we drew the fib from. You have the resistance touching perfectly on this candle here. These are daily candles, by the way. This is perfect closing of this candle here, or opening of this candle here. This candle touching right at that zone there. Arguably, these are close enough to be considered as well. And even recently, we have another one touching right down on that. Here's another one touching right down on that. So all of these tiny little details matter, right? So for your imagination, or for your potential to look at broader markets, or market trading or price trading in other ways, right? So yeah, that's kind of it makes it a lot more likely that the fibs were drawn from this point to the lowest point where price action ended up, right? And this actually gave us that 2.618 target. Computers are going to see that right away. They'll likely start covering down there as well, right? So, and in fact, I could have been a little tighter here because, let me see. Could I be tighter? I guess so. I mean, it's always the previous candle. But yeah, nonetheless, team, the 2.618 was right there. So BGLC on the 30-minute time frame is showing that there's already an upside. So this cycle could have just recently started, and this could be continuing now. So hourly time frame has, it's starting to get that upside pivot from the 30-minute. And let's see if it has some on the bi-hourly. Okay, so the bi-hourly is starting to kink just ever so slightly here. So the downside may as well, I'm sorry, you may have already found that floor here. With this shakeout, right, on the bi-hourly time frame, a little bullish engulfing here, right, and then price action leading to the upside. A little bit of indecision happening right now, but overall, I'm pretty bullish the asset, and I think that the new wave is actually starting, and entry could have been down here somewhere, anywhere between 84.94 to 66.30. This is good because it now gives you an inflection zone. So any failure here of 2 hours from this zone of 66.30. Consider that an entire invalidation of this upside here. It'll undo it immediately. Okay, so, but yeah, it's looking okay. I think that as soon as we get some more validations here, we need the bi-hourly and the 4 hour to finally fulfill with a corrective upside on momentum, and then we could see a continuation to the upside. If that does meet within today, then the obvious resistance would be right up here at around 148 for the next day, of course, or next 2 days. So yeah, keep an eye on that, man. BGLC looking not bad. SKLZ also making a huge upside here, right? This guy, Coins Kid, he's a very talented discretionary trader. I learned so much discretion from him, right? So if ever you find, right, I want to just provide anything that I can for my communities, right? And showing them how I learned, I would observe him so much. He only talks about XRP, BTC, and a couple other things, right? But and maybe some Ethereum or like that. But yeah, Coins Kid, he's an extremely powerful discretionary trader, and a lot of the trading rules that I learned are actually from him, right? But he's a very large influencer, not as large as in he's fat. I mean he's huge in presence. But he is not trading. He's not trading traditional equities, right? He's actually trading just crypto assets, right? Fat with a PHAT, says Daryl. Dude, exactly. Oh my goodness, man. FNGR at 580 says, let's go ahead and check on that real quick. Okay, yeah, making a pretty nice recovery. Let's see if I'm keeping this on, man. I'm keeping this on for real, because yesterday on that freaking 30-minute, dude, that 30-minute armor indicator straight up called the top, and it said get out, right? So let me see if we can go back to that 30-minute time frame. Yeah, dude, what the heck is that, man? Oh goodness, that is powerful. So that's why I'm gonna keep on armor here and see what it's got for us, right? So yeah, we got that short signal right on this candle here. After we got this long, it was like, all right, long it, go, and it was like short it, right? And then it just dipped, right? So we got a little temporary long signal here, followed by a take profit right up here for a nice little scalp, right? So if you're looking at the 30-minute, that was a move from 563 to the opening of this candle here at 594. So not bad. And it did produce a short signal there as well. So notice how we still haven't printed the long signal just yet. So it looks like there could still be some more confirmation here. So I think there could be a long signal coming soon. Look, we're getting the first indications of it. We're getting a green bar saying, okay, you're getting close to the mid. You're getting close to the 70% range of returns here, right? So meaning that you have this here as a top, this here as a bottom, right? This box here, and you're looking at about 65 or 70% to the returns, right? Based on this range here, just like this, right? So if this is your, let me show you why. This is that candle all the way down there. So 50% mark would be right here at your 50% area of returns. And this is now at around 65 or 70%. And that's really why we're starting to get this little green bar suggesting that there could be a reversal in soon, and then that long signal would print based on that validation. So as you start getting closer and closer, start to notice, notice this, that you see the line here is starting to turn cyan blue. Look at this right here. You see the blue? So that's already starting, and here is dark pink, and then it immediately turns into cyan blue. That's an indication that there could be a buy signal coming in, right? So, and that blue is this, right? It's this. So that's how you can kind of see that that it shifts, right? So I'm actually, kind of expressing some knowledge here based on this indicator because it is in pre-orders and information thus far. So there has been a great amount of interest in the new algos for the ARQ algos, right? So I will return the emails accordingly, right? There's actually just me and Ike replying to all of these, okay, team? So just go ahead and be patient. I know that some of you have already reached out regarding these algos, but we'll get to you as soon as humanly possible. And but thank you so much for all of your support, team. So this is I'm waiting for a long signal here, and I think we'll be getting it soon. And it's very interesting the way that we're getting that green bar as we approach the gravitational zone of the RSI's center point here, right? So that would show us that from this bearish weakness percentile, when we reach that 60 or that what is the 48%, which was right at about here, a little higher, that would be the gravitational zone, and it would have us pulled to the upside. So it's very close to being bullish, and also very close to being bullish on a momentum-based indicator as well. So very interesting times there. Let's continue looking at FNGR, team. We could be getting that huge shakeout before this could be a reaccumulation, right? So this is all accumulation, right? So you're looking at just massive accumulation, and when you reach the top, that blow off top, this is now a distribution, right? So it distributes all of that was gained from the prior iteration, right? So then it does not mean that it's the end. It just means that it's a breather, right? So, I mean, when you move up 500% in a few days, it would be natural for this to take a breather. And I did express this to everyone a few days ago. And I said that as you reach higher targets, your fluctuations are going to start getting a lot larger. So your bid and ask is going to spread a lot larger too. And the price action is going to show just huge ebb and flow, right? So this is the beginning of it. And if it doesn't invalidate, of course, right? But it's looking normal. It's looking like it's expected, right? So yeah, if you look at price action like this, maybe even on a daily, you'll see what I'm talking about, right? So let me get rid of the drawings and everything. So we get the upside, huge breather. We get the upside, big breather. Yeah, so it's just it's kind of doing that, right? Nothing's gonna go up perfectly forever, team. But yeah, it's looking okay. Keep your eyes peeled, right, for any little signals of weakness. The communities are doing very good in doing so, and I appreciate everybody for participating too, right? But anyway, SKLZ. Let's go ahead and take a look at this for my man and see what's going down. So, very, very interesting accumulation here. It almost resembles a bi-hourly cup, and I hate that formation in general, right? So cup and handles have amongst, that it's just amongst the worst formation that you can find. So because it has a lot of, it is just not that good. Okay, team. So it's had a couple fake outs here, and I think I would honestly have to favor, let's see. Unless it was here, right? So let's do this. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. Oh, goodness. What did I click? Oh, I didn't click on the right one. So let me get rid of this thing now and show you that it could be at a resistance right now, and it's not confirmed whether this is going to continue or not, right? So something like this. Let me just go ahead and put it down there like that. And then this right here. So it's either a resistance touch that we're facing similar to this here, which may actually be it, or it could be this, right? So it could, marking a channel of sorts. But seeing the price action, it could very well be this. Okay, so this is the breakout, confirmation, continuation. And I guess it would do it, right? Test number 1, 2, we have test number 3, and breakout on true test 4. That also makes some sense too, so that's not looking bad. Okay, so if this is going to continue to the upside, it would be kind of in the responsibility from the shorter time frame. So for example here, notice that we have an upside pivot, a very significant one on the bi-hourly, increasing volatility. Check out the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame with an upside pivot. We have critical volatility up there as well. Let's see the 6-hour. 6-hour time frame also has an upside pivot with critical volatility. 8-hour time frame, a very tiny upside. What I would have to kind of warn here about is that all of these are they do have a renewed upside pivot, but all of them within a very overbought level in stochastics at least, right? So now going back to the 4-hour, yeah, actually even on the RSI, damn. I was going to say maybe the RSI is not showing it, but no, yeah. So this is a zone where most of FOMO would start coming in, and then a lot of retail that are professional traders or experienced traders would have already released partial position or half position or maybe even 75% position so that we can get the top resistance of about 1434 before a pullback, right? And then we'll start to validate this range here, 1239 to about 1206 as an area of support before a continuation to the upside. So it's a little overextended for the day. That we could still see maybe that upside I'm telling you about. 1434 could be today's high before a rejection. So I'll just mark it in there for you, right? So 1434, just like this, we could find that resistance here, and then we would come back to the bottom range to start validating new supports, right? So I would say, honestly, I can adjust it. So 1182 to 1239 could be that bottom side, right? So this right over here, and then we can continue. Yeah, entirely conditional, but yeah, I'm still pretty bullish this asset. So good job, man. Good job if you're in the money. Yeah, I'm noticing that too. I'm noticing that I mean I spoke about this just yesterday, right? So I said that we're starting to get really nice moves here. If you want to keep an eye on this, go ahead and do so if you're trading COSM, okay? So COSM I'm tracking with both spot price action and futures contracts, right? So this is the micro E-mini Russell 2000 index futures contracts. Huge, huge, huge word there, huge words. So I'm keeping an eye on the futures contracts in comparison to spot price action ETF here. And that's showing us a lot of strength. And I spoke about this last week. As soon as we start getting some real strength coming in from the indices and futures, that's likely when COSM is going to start reacting to that price action, right? So 332 on the day, team. This is it's very typical, right? It's very typical for us to see price action like this. Just wait for the major index or the large caps or something. Wait for the push onto the upside, which is why you should keep an eye and always track your index leaders and the index too with its futures as well. So responsible trading, right, team? So a lot of things that can play to help you solving a puzzle. And let's go ahead and take a look at FNGR, make its move too, right? So here we go. Let's see what it's got, man. Don't tell me something negative. 586. Where did it go right now, bro? Why are you reacting that way? Tell me the truth, man. Yeah, COSM crossing $4 again will be interesting again, dude. That, yeah, it definitely would be, man. So Tristan Martinez saying for real. Let's see, cash profits at 190, 185, 187, but definitely want it soon before news. Exactly, dude. Yep. I definitely get you. So news expected for very soon. Hope you find an in before that happens. Right. So the when I first looked at Viri, it was around 26 cents. And then on a space call, somebody asked me to look at it, right? And I'm like, okay, well, let me look at this ticker. Let's see what it's got. And I'm like, wow, there's a huge gap there. And I noticed a couple moving averages here. We were around this zone here, right? So I noticed that the SMA 50 was about to get crossed after a huge downturn. Let me show you. Yeah, literally right here, 2770, right? So this is the SMA 50. It was about to get crossed, right? So I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, dude, yeah, there's something going on here. So that SMA 50 is introducing a ridiculous target here, and I very blindly said $2 because because if this thing started pushing beyond the area of 54 cents, then that would be kind of a free ride, all the way up to $2. And then, a lot of people started tweeting, Arca said $2 very. And then some people were like, what, like you're just you're spreading sensationalism or whatever. Right? I'm like, guys, I'm just going to say whatever the chart's saying. I don't care. I don't care what your feelings are. I'm just going to say what it's saying. And that's it. Right? So that's what it got, man. It was giddy moments there, right? Dude. But yeah, very interesting times here. So very currently still sitting above the $2 mark. So very, very good. Let me go ahead and say goodbye to the little lady, guys. Hold on just a moment. She is now leaving for work. I would like to just give her a quick little kiss goodbye. Not handling business within 2 minutes. All right, guys, hold on just a sec. I'll be right back. All right, team, I am back. Thank you so much, everybody, for sticking around. We got the little lady on her way to work now, and yeah, you know how it goes, team. Every day around this time, I have to say goodbye to her, right? So, Crypto Techie, hi, sent an email request a few days ago, but haven't gotten a reply about the indicator strategy. So, yeah, I was just explaining to everybody that the first day that I actually presented this email here, there was an enormous influx of emails, and I expressed that I understand that we did get a huge amount of interest, right? So I'll make sure to get back to those. Expect a reply within, if not tonight, then tomorrow. And I think that's going to be around when we have everybody situated, right? But thank you so much for supporting, my brother. And yeah, so what's up, my dude? So Arca, SOPA, please, if you have the time. Yeah. Let's. I'm sorry. I think I saw you ask for that a while ago too. Now, yeah, team, please remember, just like my buddy did here. If you did request for something, right? Just know that I'm not trying to ignore you. It's just sometimes sometimes it gets a little difficult, right? So I'm not sure what I said here, my dude. So this was range trading, right? So got a little bit of a failure in there and broke upside a huge fake out again. So this was a fake out here, another fake out here. I do have to point out that it's not quite a break of market structure. Notice that this top side here is 77.65 and this top side here 81.24. So that gives you indication that the bulls can't have enough strength to pull through, right? So what usually tends to happen is that we need to reaccumulate and then reevaluate that potential. So obviously we want to know what the direction overall can be, right? So what is it? What is it? So let's look at this. Let's go to the 30-minute time frame and see if we're starting a new cycle for upside, right? So yeah, we're starting to get a little bit of a tick to the upside here on stochastic momentum on the 30-minute. Let's see the 15. The 15 getting that very small tick, and the 5 is showing it. Okay, so the hourly time frame, yeah, likely not having it, but it's very close to it, which would mean that we could have found a temporary floor. Okay, now notice that I'm saying temporary, okay? So that's it's entirely conditional upon so many metrics, right? So now if you want to see where that support touch could be, then you look at your RSI. Look at your RSI, right? And see where the SMA 14 is in comparison to the RSI signal cyan blue line, right? So if you go to the 8-hour, you can see that you're right at the support from it, which is also indicative of a potential floor being found or soon, right? So now if you move to the 12-hour time frame, yeah, that one also. But because it's a shorter time frame, that likely means that the shorter one will influence the higher time frame. So the possibilities of finding a floor within the 8-hour are a lot greater than you finding the support from the 12-hour, right? As likely you're going to start getting a bounce from the 8-hour first before the 12-hour, and then the 12-hour is not even going to get to that all the way bottom side, and then you'll have a continuation to the upside. And I'll show you iterations how, right? Like this here, right? So if we zoom in, you'll notice that we came back to support at the SMA 14, but it didn't touch the SMA 14. Likely because the 8-hour already showed upside before the 12-hour could touch its bottom side support. So that's kind of how I perceive momentum. Not everyone perceives it that way, and not everyone agrees with what I'm saying in that manner. Okay, so what I mean here is that I really do look at things a slight bit differently than others. Okay, so just keep it like that. Be very careful, okay? And another reason that you could have seen the downside coming in is because of this 12-hour. I mean, that is a massive just shooting star, right? Notice that it happened right over here too. So 12-hour iterations like this on a closing basis do suggest downside, right? So price action actually gapped all the way down here after this iteration, right? It gapped all the way down to 53.19, and then it showed upside. Just like this here, it actually opened up here at 64.29 and went all the way back down to that similar support before finding some type of recovery. So a similar situation is happening again. Okay, so that's now you're able to identify a bigger range. Okay, so this is this would be your chop zone, right? So just like, let's see where it could be. It could actually be right here, like starting from this candle here. Right, so now price action is fluctuating within this area here. Okay, so if you were to get a continuation to the downside, which I'm not actually particularly favoring, because I'm favoring the bulls finding the bottom side, then you would start to have about a 72% range here, right? So when you identify a trend in an area, especially when you start getting several touches of support, and I mean, but remember that these are zones too, okay? These are absolutely zones. So if you want to get even more critical here, you can start putting down your levels just like this, right? So here's an area of support. Sorry, my OCD is getting entirely in the way. Hold on just a second. Let me see if I heard my boy. No, he's still good. Oh, dude, I thought I heard this guy I thought I heard this guy calling out some names. Yeah, so you can start marking off your areas like this, right? So at least just for you to know where your major zones are. So, but oftentimes when you're marking this area here, just know that you have a 50% area of returns, which is, I mean, it looks like it's being used often, actually. Let's mark off the center of that range here, right? This could be arguably the center, and look how the shooting stars are very near that area there, and facing candles that are facing that resistance and support. So yeah, you can see that we are using the 50% of returns, as well as the top side and the bottom side. So it's conditional. So then you see your shorter time frames, and then you trade the range. So yeah. Anyway, so let's go ahead and take a look at the. Likely a bottom side has been found. Sorry. I meant to say that, right? So likely a bottom has been found. The bi-hourly starting to get the hourly starting to get that upside from the 30-minute. So we need a little more push, right? If you want to see a long entry, then I would suggest waiting until the 4-hour time frame stochastic momentum has essentially corrected, and at least either maintains volatility at the extreme levels or starts contracting, which would be dispersing, right? Like this. So if that's the case, then the 4-hour time frame can give you a mean reversion. So the mean reversion, of course, we as a very discretionary target are talking about a 61.99. I guess maybe the 4-hour or the bi-hourly or something, right? So I mean, I do have an algo for that as well, and this is based on Bollinger Bands, right? But this is a mean reversion play. Oh, I have to change the standard deviations, but it's all good. There we go. So I said bi-hourly or 4-hour, right? So the 50% of returns I said to be at around 61.99, and this is suggesting 60, right? So yeah, that it's essentially that, right? We would mean revert based on volatility being a critical expansion. When you're expanding when you're expanding like this and start to contract, this contraction move back to the mean is a mean reversion play, right? So in this case, it would be towards the upside, right? Because volatility is direction neutral. Okay, so that is for that. Yeah, not a problem, my brother. Happy to help, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and let's see, GTI acting differently than Finger today, right? So that just shows you that there's not too much of a deep correlation within that, right? But know that this is natural, and this is why I'm saying it. Check it out, just like this. So this is the wedge that we were trading. Oh man, I hate it that I don't have that setup. Hold on. Let me put the Darko G2. Yeah, okay. Whatever, I think that's gonna do it, right? So this is the falling wedge breakout, and in the valuation and in the validation, right? And this is that support zone. So we faced it perfectly today, at some point, right? Maybe an hour, 7 a.m. It looks like it touched that support perfectly, and then we're getting a bounce, right? So yeah, this is still a validation process, team. It's normal. It's normal for us to go over price action like this. But just know that it's already creating a series of higher highs, right? We have a series of higher lows, and which is all the the natural ingredients for a continuation to the upside. Here's another thing to look at is that this top side here has already been broken by this top side here, so that's a good sign. As it's gonna take some real range trading here in order for us to continue on to the upside. It's probably better, actually, for the asset to realize its upside in a slower manner than it is in a faster manner. That's kind of like what Viri has been doing, right? So Viri actually had this very, very gradual upside starting from the 21st of March, and right now, we're in July 13th, and yeah, July 13th, and it's at $2, right? So. Just to kind of show how that stuff works, and here is the Gaussian band breakout, retouch of the mean band, man, playing exactly the way it should, right? So huge breakout, reconfirmation of the top side of the resistance of the Gaussian band, continuation to the upside. Man, this is all playing the way it should. And notice here that the EMA 3 is still pivoted. It's still pretty much vertical there, right? Approaching the gravitational zone of the bullish control zone. Damn! And increasing volatility. Guys, this is, again, going to continue to the upside. So I'm going to say this real quick. We are very close to this, okay? So pay close attention, okay? The high of 213. We already faced the high today of 205. If we get a daily closure upside of 213, price action can likely start sliding up here all the way to 315. All right, so there's nothing holding price back, historically speaking, except this one capitulation candle. So very likely price action can literally slide onwards and upwards, right? Just literally you just put a water slide there and this thing can go up, right? So careful with the way you're trading, ticker symbol VIRI. But this is showing potentials, right? So another thing that you should look at is that, yes, we are kind of in a, as we approach the $2.13 zone, that's bull trap zone, okay? That's bull trap area. But it's just hard to favor the bears here because momentum and volatility are not suggesting that at all, right? But you know, we never know when someone's left butt cheek can actually itch and then they just go for it, right? And then sell off here, right? So we don't know that, right? Because we're discretionary trading here and all that good stuff, right? But yeah, very, very interesting times there. Sorry for the huge comparison and then dropping of the other asset, right? But still, when speaking of GTII, likely for us to just come back and validate that support before a continuation to the upside. There's still some validation in progress, okay? So we have to be patient with that stuff. I understand price action was at 137. Very, very exciting, right? But it's part of that natural ebb and flow, right? So we need to respect the markets the way they're going. So yeah, give it a quick look just like that, team, okay? So one more time, let me look at the broader market, sorry. Man, we're still massively gapped up on the TQQQ. We're at a very important resistance right now. Man, we have broken now 52-week highs. This is a new 52-week high now. And this was the prior one. Good times here. Good times. The markets are looking so incredible. Keep an eye on, I'm not sure if, oh, right. We're expecting a few macro economic data releases, right? So we are expecting core CPI. We're expecting producer price index, the PPI. And I think the core producer too, right? So there's a couple things that we're waiting for. And I think they're due to come out today and tomorrow. So that's going to likely play into the markets as well, right? So yeah, somebody was telling me, like, what do you think the broader markets can do? And I actually expressed that the CPI was kind of the least of our worries, right? I think it's ADP with available jobs. That's the only thing that we need to kind of repair here. And, just like was said, it was just right. Right, so I think that's the only thing, right, Cryptic? Dude, I don't know. It could be. It could be. It could be that we're in a huge repair. And if we do get a good PPI and core CPI, then I guess we could pump to 45.82 on the TQQQ and come back and validate that newly converted resistance into support at 42.51 before a continuation. But yeah, and I think non-farm payroll is coming out, I think, either today or tomorrow too. So there's a few things to keep in mind here, okay? So David Parr, what's up, man? What's up? Good to see you here. And yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at VOCL here. So some very interesting things here to look at, right? When we were looking at this volatility versus momentum backtest here. So this was, please remember that this was entirely done by hand, right? So this is not algorithmic. This is actually just rules based. So conditionally speaking, I'll give you the context behind it, right? But throughout the entire trading history of the VLCL asset, I actually performed the backtest, right, of any time that volatility has reached some critical levels, which are actually within the contraction zone, right? So if you're looking at volatility here, anytime that volatility has contracted into this zone here of the 15th percentile and started an expansion phase towards the upside, paired with stochastic momentum with an upside, I have measured any time that particular condition has happened, right? So I've measured the duration of the iteration, the upside thrust based on opening basis to range high, and the amount of times that this profile of volatility versus momentum have guessed the upside correctly versus incorrectly, right? So throughout the entire trading history. So these samples have given us a data set, right? So statistically speaking, right? So we noticed that 65 iterations were counted here in total, 47 of which were guessed correctly to the upside, giving us about a 72% upside accuracy and a mean of 91.78% over the span of about 9 days. It has a massive standard deviation of 293.10% with an upper bound, like the bell curve, if you're familiar with statistics. The bell curve higher end performers would be at 384.86. I said when we were looking at the backtest, I said for us to worry about first the 91.78% move to the upside. I spoke about this last week, and the price action was kind of rejecting that move to the upside ever so slightly, right? And then the thing actually made it happen, right? So that move to the upside was actually a 106% move to the upside before facing this rejection. So the move, the statistics played out pretty close. They played out, extremely close, right? So not always does that happen, but it's good for us to measure conditions like this. So when you meet these rules, or when the criteria starts to favor your back test, then that's when you can start applying some of these averages, right? And yeah. So from there, yeah, it looks like we could be starting a new cycle towards that upside. But let's validate that. Hold on just a sec. Let me not do that here. I don't want to do that through the. I don't want to do that through that chart, because there is that's the back test. I don't want to mess with it. So let me load up another. Oh, sorry. We're gonna load up here VOCL real fast for my dude. So David, if you're still here, good. Oh man. Oh my goodness, dude. This is getting super convoluted. Oh my goodness. It just sometimes it just gets ridiculous, right? So as you start looking at things on a daily basis here, it's just all kinds of just ridiculousness. I don't even think I could look at it here, right? So you know what? I almost don't care anymore. So let me just go ahead and remove those drawings there. That's that. All good. So yeah, very interesting drop here, and it would be called for since there is a key support here, right? So notice how so many candles here, these 3 candles in a row facing right where the price action is right now, facing support, right? So that is very important to notice here too, right? As you, like I've said, team, as you break out of critical resistances, it's also good practice for us to assume that we can come back and validate some of those some of those newly converted supports, right? So whew, man, but yeah, team, just know that this is already facing some type of support here. But I would have to look at the 30-minute time frame first, right? So 30 minutes is already facing a little bit of an upside here, which means that there could be a floor found. 15-minute and 5-minute likely to the upside as well, right? Here's the 15-minute upside and the 5-minute upside as well, right? So this is very nice. I like this push from the 5-minute, which is essentially giving the power to the 15 and the 30, right? But now if we look at the hourly time frame, does it have it? Well, not yet. So that's kind of like where we're kind of facing a continuation of validation here, right? So expect price action to kind of fluctuate between, of course, the low of 464 to about 5 cent. To about 550, right? So this could be reaccumulating until this hourly affects the bi-hourly for an upside, which would then bleed into the 4-hour, and that. In my particular trading style and condition, that's when I would find the true potential bottom, right, and then the upside potential. So just know that, okay? Just kind of keep that in mind. right? So we're just waiting for the immediate short-term time frames to start correcting here. We're already in the 30-minute bleeding in nicely. Okay, so we're gonna have to practice some patience here, as I could see this thing repairing over the next maybe two days, and then we'll keep an eye on it again. Okay, so let's look at Veri one more time, team. Veri is just below the $2 mark, still facing that psychological target. TQQQ 4362 and holding that top. Sorry guys, did I hear a noise? Man, let me see this. I'm wearing headphones, right? And when I wear headphones, they amplify the outside because of the condenser microphone in front of me, right? It's very sensitive, so it does kind of extend the distance of listening here. All right, anyway, so let me go back. Let me go back to these tickers here and see what's going down. 447 on AMC, 196, pretty much at the same place on Ape. GTII at 105, still validating, right? So we'll keep an eye on that too, team. And the SPY, man, still way up there in the 448 region, right? I can't even see it. Let me see. Here you go, 448.52, still showing massive bull strength here. We're pricing in something, right? So we're pricing in something very bullish too. So high of day on FNGR, no way. Let's see. G-bus. Yeah, nice. Okay, so we got the reaccumulation then. Literally from the zone that we spoke of. Wow. Very accurate touch too. Damn it. Nice. So where did that go to? Let's see. That dropped to 489. 489 is... Damn, it got really, really close. Super close. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Hold on. Sorry, team. I'm just looking at something real quick. Could it have tried to test that? Oh man, look at it. It could have been the test. It could have been the test of the weekly breakout from the Gaussian band. It very well could have been that. And then it actually bounced. So another thing is that, you know, moderator and analyst Sebastian Lim, he did call this broadening wedge, this ascending broadening wedge out, right? And is practicing the golden rule of three very accurately. So this is interesting that we would face, and we spoke about this, right? We would face the support touch of the newly converted resistance of the top side of the wedge and the Gaussian band as a type of support, right? Yeah, the SMA 200 on the weekly is located right up there as well. So lots of areas of support there. This is clear that, yeah, you know what? Just like I said, that this could be a very temporary downside, and it's showing to be very much like this situation here. Okay, so I don't want to say this because I don't like to encourage either side, but this could have been a bear trap, right? So this is a 12-hour iteration done in 2 hours and 42 minutes. With a huge hammer candle here. So the longer the wick, the better the quality of the candle, right? And let's take a look at something. I mean, volume is facing it just the way it should too. So there's no bearish divergence either. There's no hidden bearish divergence of any kind either. So MULN, yeah, we'll pull it up. Ticker symbol Mullen. I'm trying to find something to invalidate it, okay? So that you know me. I will. Oh, there we go. Check it out, team. Sorry we didn't keep an eye on this. Ticker symbol FNGR printing the it printed the long signal that we were looking for. So yeah, on the armor indicator, right? So this was kind of like, yeah, this was literally what we were looking for. We're already seeing the potentials of this, the blue line starting to show, and in the green bar that was printing, we were already looking at the potential long zone. So, White Change Now, how you doing, my brother? Good to see you here. Yeah, we still have to take a look at, we still have to look at a couple things here, team. But yeah, this is when you start getting from the immediate short-term time frames a clear indication of blue, all these momentums, they are in the process of shifting pretty aggressively. Doesn't work all the time, but when it does, it's pretty powerful. Just like this here, right? So, oh man, yeah, the official long signal printed here on a red candle, by the way. So it prints with a non-bias. So huge drop, and it's like this thing was like, okay, we're falling. Okay, so this means long. All right, let's long. Naturally, it should mean let's go that we're falling, right? So it printed long here, and then the price action just lifts off and has you take profit at a very interesting zone. So from the opening of this candle here, right? So, it has you take profit at the opening of the following candle, marking a 33% move to the upside upon weakness being validated right at the pink area, right? So as soon as it started printing some pink, which is the otherwise known as red, right, for bearish price action, as soon as it got that pink, it was like, short, let's get out of here. And then it had you cover right over here, right, for a little bit of a short strategy. Right, so yeah, very interesting times here. I said that we were going to keep this on just in case, right? So, dude over here is breaking upside of $6 again. This is ridiculous, man. Up from $4.91, by the way. That's, damn, that's a lot. That is a lot. And let me go back here to, the momentum indicators here and see what could be happening. Oh man, okay. Yeah, it restarted a cycle right before our eyes. 30-minute time frame with an aggressive upside in the bullish control zone and gravitational zone. Hourly time frame, man, about to cross into the bullish control zone, and volatility is expanding. So when it's expanding, that's volatility increasing, and that's paired with stochastic momentum with an upside. It literally means that you're hitting that gas pedal to the upside, right? So that's and let's see if the buy hourly has it. The buy hourly is already feeding it. This is a brand new cycle starting all over again, team, and it's very likely to find a continuation to the upside now. I'm gonna give you a resistance though. Resistance to be found again. We have to play the same play again, okay? Just like we did before. All right, team. So the resistance level, of course, based on now the prior iterations, 624 temporary resistance. Back down to the area of about 602 for reaccumulation, then 653 to 702 yet again. We're playing the same play that we did before, okay? But this is essentially what's happening here. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, team, yeah, this is looking pretty frothy, man. So, not bad at all. Okay, so I'm sorry. I was just trying to see if there's anything else I can say about it or invalidate it, but no, it's all good. Let's go ahead and take a look at ticker symbol MULN and see what's going down, right? So we were waiting for a support touch. You know what? I don't remember where that could have been. I think it's in my overall thesis. Oh, dude. Okay, this broke an invalidation zone. Careful here, team. There could be a breakout in process, but well within an invalidation zone, and that's where things start to get dangerous, right? So let me see this wedge here. Ah, dude, wow. I think that's actually this. Yeah. Oof, we're getting that first one breaking out right now. Hold on, sorry. Let me see. Have to look at this very carefully, because then I'll be spreading some dumbass information if I don't look correctly, right? So oftentimes I always have this anxiety every single day. I'm like, man, I hope I was looking close enough, right? Oh man, and not just leading my team's paper trading portfolio straight to hell, right? So, Yeah, very slight breakout happening here on MULN. There could be a shift, but we do have some very critical resistances above us. So yeah, let's validate. Let's see. Let's go down to the 30-minute time frame and see what we have. Okay, so this is already looking not bad. We're getting an increase of volatility here with an upside pivot on 30 minutes. Let's see, the 15-minute has an upside, of course. 5-minute is already retracing. Good. So let's see the hourly time frame and the bi-hourly. Let me see the 4-hour. Okay, neutral on the 4-hour, neutral on the 8-hour, 6-hour. Okay, neutral on the 8-hour, and let's see the 12-hour. Okay, yeah. This started a new cycle. So we're starting a new cycle for an upside here, but I do have to say that it needs a little more power, right? So the 15-minute time frame really has to push harder here in order for the 30-minute to feed from that and continue on to the hourly, bi-hourly, 4-hour, right? So the aggressive trader, the more degen would enter long now, right? But the conservative trader would wait for confirmation, meaning he or she would wait to 15.57 to 16.15 resistance, pull back, validate the 15-cent zone as support, and then the price action can continue to the upside, right? So that cycle is starting now, right? So that's kind of like what's happening here, but I wouldn't. Let me see the upside from here. Yeah, 3% to this resistance here is not enough, right? So that's not, the risk to reward ratio is not good enough to consider long entry from this point here. So I would honestly have to favor the conservative trader, as I usually do, right? Because oftentimes if you feel reckless, the markets will hand it to you. So just be very careful with that, okay? So anyway, let's see. Crypto, the whole market goes up. FNGR is the last ticker anyone will go in on. Yes, he's actually, Joe, you're right by that, because I was just explaining to the chat here that when you start to get a lot of frothiness here in the broader markets, micro caps and small caps tend to suffer during those times, right? Similar to like VOCL, GTII. It's funny that it's happening to these these micro caps when you're getting this massive upside. By the way, 43.69. Damn, I should be up again. Yeah, nice. Okay, so 110% on my runners. So that marks 290% or something. I forgot. I already closed 75% of the position. 43.71. Oh my goodness. I'm letting him run, team, because we're getting close to 10:30, and that 10:30 time frame, that's just about there when you start to get either the top side of things or the continuation validation, right? So this is very, very impressive. Good times, man. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so that's what I was saying, right? So with a strong exception, I guess retail would be the only invalidator from this point on, right? So FNGR is just, it's so impaired, right? It's so very much impaired. We're getting that long signal. The blue is starting to print. This is dangerous, right, man? Because the 30-minute time frame for this asset on this on the ARQ armor, this is pretty. It's been. Man, it's been pretty precise, right? So, I mean, we can, if I merge it with divergence, it's not actually doing so well. So I have to test this thing alone. Actually, it's 60% profitable. Damn, it's just adjusted drawdown here. 15% deficit. Yeah, it's almost break even. Right, so not bad. Oh, we're at resistance right now, 604. Oh, damn, we're breaking resistance a little bit. That's 602. Oh crap. Yeah, team. There could be. Yeah, this is a FNGR is clearly some type of exception here, team. And it's 609. Damn. Okay, watch out, team. There is 612. Wow. Holy crap. Yeah, this is showing extreme volatility, and this push is only validating our thesis even more. Look at that long signal printed that we just talked about. It didn't come without any regard, right? Without, man, I mean, just this is, I mean, it came with high regard, right? So, yeah, damn. Very interesting times here. Look at that, 620. Damn. Oh my goodness, guys, this is about to reintroduce another FOMO event. And let me go back here. Sorry, team. Let me just go back to the master layout and see what's going on there. Nope, I'm not going to do this. I need to keep an eye on Mullen. Hold on. Let me load up another. Dude, that's insane, man. It's just, yeah, like I said, man, it's just FNGR is a strong exception in that aspect, because it just, there's so much happening within that ticker, right? It's just, man, people are 500% up at the moment, right? So that's, and seeing that there's still probably upwards of 150 million synthetic shares to be covered at the lit exchange, meaning at market value. At literally market value. That puts a lot of pressure into short positions, which, by the way, I'm actually curious on as well. Let me see if I can pull that up. Damn, 620. That is absolutely powerful, team. And yeah, like I was saying last night, team, it's just we'll be facing a temporary downside before a bounce, right? It's just like I said, the ebb and flow starts to become a little larger. And it starts giving actually a lot of a play for both shorts and longs. So it becomes actually not so much of a, it doesn't become so much of a rivalry between shorts and longs. It actually becomes more of a opportunity for both, right? Because if you know the range, if you're an experienced trader, right, so you'll know the areas of inflection, and you'll long that zone there, and then you'll know the areas of inflection as a short seller, so you'll short the asset there, and then you drive it back down to the areas where longs are waiting, and then you have that exchange of hands based on a play, right? So it kind of gets into things like that, right? So Cryptic Trader, absolutely, thank you so much. So definitely know, team, that I am absolutely not a financial advisor, right? So just take it for entertainment purposes only. Right, but and also for our paper trading accounts. But yeah, team, that's essentially what I'm looking at here, and it's nice that we were able to get the retracement that we were looking for. So you know, as a lot of times people tend to get a little shaky, right? So saying that, oh man, Arca, you know, you said 580, 570, and then price action just you know, capitulates. But it's likely to capitulate, team. It's likely to capitulate because of CPI data. So those are exaggerated reactions, temporary reactions, right? And then from there, you know, things tend to repair, and then they come back into whatever they were trying to get done, right? So let's see, what the heck are they saying? Sorry, just a moment. About to begin. Oh, okay, so shipped. The app, is that so that's like kind of like a Instacart sort of, I guess. I placed an order for some you know, for some Tylenol stuff for my son, so he doesn't have headaches and stuff, right? So and this, I guess I just got a text from it. Target just said that they were just going to deliver it, and they, you know, it was not readily available on Amazon. So yeah, I placed the order with Target, and I didn't know that it was actually physically someone that's going to go and pick it out, right? I thought it was just like like an Amazon delivery service or something like that. But yeah, anyway, team, so sorry about that distraction real quick. Just very curious text, right? So 43.73 on the TQQQ even still. So yeah, team, that's kind of like what I'm talking about here. I was going to pull up one more thing regarding FNGR, and that's going to be the short volume. Right, somebody actually said that to me yesterday, saying the bears are going to have a hell of a time with your chart, and I replied to that. I said, well, the price action will do what it'll do, I feel like I'm a little too small to regard for price action, for me to manipulate price action in that manner, right? I feel like I'm not large enough yet as an influencer to affect the price like that, especially with something that's pouring in mad liquidity here, right? So I do not think that I have enough influence for that, right? So the market cap here is increasing. 300 million, that's not an area that someone like me with an exposure of about 13 or 14,000 subscribers and fans and stuff in total has on the broader markets. I don't think I have that at all. So I told them the price action would do what it will do, and it's gonna happen. I mean, if I'm seeing the setup, then it's gonna happen not because I said it. It's gonna happen because the pros are seeing that setup and seeing the play. And I know this because I told them I know this because I was trained by those pros. So they taught me how to look for this, right? So if I'm seeing it, they're seeing it, and they'll likely play it. It'll fall entirely away from me, right? So what, Arca? We both know these 93 viewers and your subscribers are all billionaires. Literally every single one in here is a billionaire. I don't know about everyone, man, but I can tell you all the time, man. Cryptica's over here literally just trying to deposit thousands and thousands of dollars into my account so we can trade the Arca T1000 automated trading crazy bot, right? That dude, he says, bro, I got 10,000 to just throw at you right now. Let's do it. I'm like, dude, Cryptic, no. Oh my goodness, bro. I'm telling you, look at that guy. He's down there saying, let's do it. Oh, no, man. Still in the forward test process. So we'll get there. And it's going to be released for everyone, right? So, oh, my goodness, man. Yeah. Oh, my goodness, dude. So, yeah, I mean, to be perfectly real here, right? From your mouth, says Samantha. More viewers now than likes. Oh, that's nice, man. Thank you so much, guys. Please make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so that you are notified whenever I do release a video or post a live, right? So yeah, thank you, team, for all of your support. But yeah, I do know of a few here that are definitely whales, right? But I don't think let's see, some of us are 8 and 9 figure guys. Look, dude, I know, Zephram, you too, bro. Get the hell out of here, man. Zephram is probably one of the most brilliant guys in here, man. No one knows it, right? So, Mr. Levitz, what are you pointing at over there, bro? I see you pointing at the right. At the right. That's fingers. Dude, I didn't catch it. Sorry. Anyway, team, let's. I'm sorry. Let me look at Mullen one more time, right? So, yeah, like I said, team, it could be playing a breakout right now, right? We just need the 30-minute and 15-minute to start pushing a little bit harder so the hourly starts to get that feed in the bi-hourly. As soon as we get that feed from the bi-hourly time frame, then you know your 4 hour is going to be my minimum area to look at, right? So from there, from there, then we can get a pretty nice upside. So Zephram saying, I don't know about that. Lots of smart guys in your community. I'm just here for the memes. You know, oftentimes the most humble guys and the richest guys say exactly that. Zephram. I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding. So is FMGR, let's see, Berenson, what's up, buddy? So is FNGR the new GME short squeeze? A lot of people are kind of speculating that very thing. And if you were here earlier, then you would have seen what I was talking about from that reaccumulation that I noticed that GME and AMC did before their runs in, I think it was November or October 2020 or 2019, I think, for GME. And then it was January 2021 AMC and June AMC 2021. So those runs to the upside were followed by a very interesting fractal that Finger just did. And that's what I was explaining to the crew here, that I essentially flagged the downside before that reaccumulation. So I said that this is the squeeze fractal here that's been happening with heavily shorted stocks. And and then I remember Sebastian in that lesson in the master's course, right? He was like, "Oh, finger, yeah," right? And I'm like, "Bro, oh my goodness, man, you and finger," right? Because this guy was just getting murdered left and right. And he's like, "No, I'm accumulating, bro. I'm accumulating." So the dude's got like a $2 average, right? So, and I told him, dude, just don't trust this fractal, but it's there. It's showing. And this was clean like maybe 3 or 4 weeks before the run, right? So I told him, don't trust it, but it's there. It's showing that the run is going to happen soonish after this downside here. So I guess we'll see. And then the freaking thing rips like crazy. No one trusted. No one trusted my finger, says Sebastian. Dude, no one trusted your finger, bro. And that's why when he comes in here, he says, my finger family, my finger team, dude, is because Sebastian Lim has been the one calling this damn thing forever. And he's also making this guy rich. I'll buy 20,000 shares of finger if Arca can... let's see, guaranteed there is no downside. Otherwise, I'll keep my short position only. Joe H, thank you for your dono, my friend. And I promise you guys, dude, Joe H has the liquidity to be able to trade on that. He is a very intelligent trader, very talented too. And this guy does not have any fear, man, when it comes to trading short. Heavily shorted assets, right? So I mean it's not a bad strategy what Joe's doing. The thing is that it gets very dangerous. So if you're not a trader that has your risk management in line, to trade like Joe does, then you don't belong in the game, right? So and you shouldn't put skin in the game when you're trading short like that. Right? So because a lot of the times, team, if I can be very, very honest, let's see your shop. Come on, shipped. What are you saying now? Let's see. Please let me know if you need anything else. Everything went great. Your order looks in stock. I'm heading to checkout. Okay. Thank you. I guess. Cool. All right. So yeah, if you don't actually have that type of trade, then that becomes a little scary because. You won't be able to capitalize on your positions. You'll likely lose infinitely. Cryptic Trader. I give you $10 to ban Joe H. He is a troll. No, we're not going to ban anyone here, man. But, dude, why? This happens with my strongest people, man. You guys are serious. With the exception of Sebastian Lim, he's a very strong trader in the Arca Bulls team, right? But you two are very strong traders, man, and the ones that I hold high regard for, right? So, and it happens often with my dude. Sebastian Lim, does this look familiar or what, dude? $20 for Arca for immunity, dude. Joe, dude, that's ridiculous, bro. Thank you so much, guys. You don't have to do that. Don't do that. So, teaser like laughing my ass off over there, bro. Yeah. So I do have to say that it happens between my strongest traders, man. And I don't know if they know this of each other, but they're both also short biased, right? So, they both play the short game well, right? So. Yeah, man, it's very interesting. So Berenson saying, yesterday I tagged you in Nguyen's very post on Twitter. Was that false? His findings? Oh, Berenson, right? That's right. I said I was going to look into that. What was it again? I forgot what it was. Damn it. Let me see. Oh, I have my Twitter open. Yeah, let me... Damn it. There are so many notifications. Holy crap. Hold on. Dude, I get lost in this. David, thank you so much. You're awesome. Screw Joe immunity. Dude, I don't even know how to put that for myself. Bros, come on. Don't do that. Let me try to see your, Berenson, what was it again, bro? I forgot. I'm looking for the image right here. I think I'm getting close. I'm already down, I already had to, say continue scrolling down for just today's activity. God, dude. I'm not complaining. And I very much appreciate all the attention. I'm just saying, oh my goodness, there's so many posts that I haven't even acknowledged. Oh, dude. Let me just find Andy Nguyen. How about that? Right. So maybe that can help. Right. So let me see. Oh, dude. Wow. Andy Nguyen. What is that? Nguy, right? Is that how you spell it? Dude, there are seriously like 7,000. Oh, you did? Let me refresh my page. Let's see what it was. What the heck? There's a Mission Impossible coming out again? Nice. Oh, that's you, huh? Dude, I forgot. Very. Well, I mean, I do have to say that he said, I'll leave this very chart here. And he showed a downside, right? So I put out my video. Dude, I don't like to, I mean, Nguyen and I are friends, right? And we're following each other. And he's also one of those ballers, right? So but I think he's a big bear. And I think he's very, I don't know if he sometimes plays the bear side based on I actually don't know how he plays it, by the way. I don't know his strategy. I haven't actually been able to determine that, right? So, yeah, what I replied saying, thanks for sharing, Andy. I'll put together a thread, right? So that was literally what I put out as a video yesterday. I forgot that you tagged me in on that, right? So all I said was that we're going to pull back a little bit and then continue. I mean, from the opening of the day today, that's, let me see. That was about a 6.3% move to the upside. But that's intraday. I'm sorry. We're actually beyond that. Let me see what it's done. Yeah, so, oh wow. Yesterday we closed at like 795. I'm sorry, at 199, right? So actually that's an 8% gainer since yesterday. This is retracing to just test back some supports. That's all really. I have to say I have similar targets, I guess, in line as the one that he does. He has 152, right? So I think I have it right here. But the 152 zone for me is 166 as an invalidation zone. 152 is absolutely invalidated, and that would be the resistance touch of this area here at 151 for this touch of resistance validation before an entire invalidation, right? So yeah, beyond a zone of 157 to 159, that area there, that's not good. So yeah, I mean, just be no, Joe, you don't, no, brother, you don't have to do that. Apparently I maxed out my budget on YouTube super chats. Damn, I sent $2,500 already this month across YouTube, bro. That's very kind of you, man. I'm so happy that you have super thanks and super chat some other influencers too. That's very nice of you, Joe. And I'll cash app you $500, Arca. No, my brother, please don't do that. You're a kind soul, but I really would like for you to keep your capital and then let's trade them like, strategically, like we've always done, right? So I only super chat Arca, dude. Cryptic Trader is literally long Arca. That guy who said that? Was it you, Cryptic, that you said that, like if you were a ticker or damn, I forgot. I don't know. I don't even remember how it was said. Right? But no, as far as Nguyen's post, of course, that's still it's still of a reasonable outlook, right? Because overextension, it's smart of him to look at, right? But as soon as momentum starts to suggest that, then that's when I would have to, right? But remember, team, that I spoke of this, I think on Friday. Or no, I think it was actually maybe on Tuesday that I spoke of us touching. I was like, okay, we realized our top side of the broadening descending wedge. So what happens here is that we face a strong pullback, reaccumulate, and then break out of it, and then we would come back to test it. So if we're going to test anything, it would be 190. And then we would continue on to the upside. So that's so far what I'm looking at, right? So $500 added to my finger shorts. Dude. Dude, I will be very clean with you, and I'll tell you exactly when, right? Exactly when to short. As this, there's still, I think a short entry could be 648 for a scalp, and that could actually be let's see. Dude, that's a not bad scalp. 7% on the day would be pretty dope considering entry from 648. Back down to validation of the current support at around 602, and then a bounce to the upside again. So I mean that could also be in play, right? So I'm talking about scalp here, really within like a 10-minute period or a 30-minute period. Dude, COSM is actually moving a little. Let's go and take a look. And then real quick, let me see the 43.72, man, still pumping the upside here. That's very impressive, man. Woo. Okay, so 338 on COSM. Very nice. And I think that actually my statistical setup may be running now. Let me see. Ah, man. There it goes. This is the breakout that I was talking about here. Just like this iteration here, we're facing that breakout freaking finally, right? And let me see if I have the back test here, and let's see if it's... Oh, it fired. Damn. Oh, no, it hasn't just... Oh, it's so close. I mean, let me see. Oh, actually, it did fire. Damn, I have considered iterations where the moving average is still below the 15th percentile. Damn, this signal fired. Okay, so COSM is officially... I can officially say that the upside thrust of 115.23% has fired officially as of this very moment. No way. Let me see. 10:51 a.m. Let me see the buy hourly. Holy crap, yeah. I think that was it. And now the shifting of this would actually shift just a little bit to the upside here, as we were speculating before based on this, right? So yeah, I think that's pretty fair there. This is, in all essence, it's set to make a move to $7, but remember that this is these are statistics, right? So we're looking at 115.23% to the upside, but remember that this is it's statistically set up to make an average move of that. So we would then have to start evaluating the higher areas of probability, or the higher probability areas of resistance. So in this case, yeah, this is very, very impressive. So this actually fired off that signal. You guys know that for COSM, I'm their, and contractually binded, I am their data analyst and statistical analyst, right? So in exchange for some, exchange for some financial, right, monthly, I am contractually binded to put out 2 videos a week, no matter what the situation is, bearish or bullish, as I don't care, right? I'm both long biased and short biased, right? So in this case, I am favoring the bulls. 8-hour support, resistance, at the SMA 200, but that's very, very, very minimal. I wouldn't put too much regard. I know it's a tough time frame to get over, moving average, right? But I would not put too much regard within that. Yeah, this thing has fired off a very important signal. Upside on stochastics. Look at that, man. 35% ADX. We have DMI support for a stochastics move. A volatility versus momentum move. This is the signal has fired. Damn. I have to make my second video today. And today is third. I guess it would be okay. Damn, this thing may actually end up green on a Friday. I thought Friday was going to be the 13th. But no, it's today. Oh, dude. Oh, my goodness. FNGR making? No way. Okay, man. Yeah, guys, we were good to keep that indicator up and running for us, man. We got that signal. I was like, okay, guys, we got that long now. Let's do it. Right, so 625, and it's already topped out a bit too, right? It went to 630. Very impressive price action here. This is so much momentum that it would flash. It would flash the short-term time frames like this. Look at this, team. 30-minute volatility versus momentum still expanding, still showing that there's a lot of strength coming in. Hourly time frame already with a massive vertical pivot towards the upside, increasing volatility. Let's see the hourly time, bi-hourly. The bi-hourly starting to pivot, and it's starting to pivot very tight. So meaning that it's like, okay, we're moving. Okay, let's do it. So let's see what you got. Let's get it. Huge drop in bear pressure here on the MACD as well. So yeah, this can present a little bit of pressure here. Okay, team. So as we get closer to the bi-hourly showing that upside, it would then meet my bottom line criteria for the 4 hour. You can see the 4 hours already curling. Okay, so as soon as that 4 hour starts to curl, that is my go ahead, right? That is my essential, let's get long the asset, right? Let's probably load up some calls here or something, right? As I am still, I mean, I know I would have, I mean, I would have done it already with the armor indicator, but for options contracts, I would really like to see volatility running, not price direction. I'm not looking for price going up. I'm looking for volatility increasing with price going up. So that's the only way that you're going to win on options, right? As long as you have implied volatility increasing. Joe, you should, I mean, you can hedge against that. You can still leave your short open. And you could also just load calls. Or you could, I mean, in all technicalities, options contracts, you can short the puts. So if you short the long puts, oh man, that'll be a ridiculous gainer. I mean, dude, it's true. I mean, I'm just saying, bro, you can short the puts or long the calls, man. Dude. Yeah. So we've been covering GTII, my brother Keith. Good to see you here. So this is actually the falling wedge that we broke out of. The price action came back down to validate that newly converted resistance into now a support. This trend line here, that little gray trend line, that is the support line that we were kind of looking for a touch, right? So that we got that nice touch there. And then price action is likely to either consolidate here for a bit before a continuation to the upside, or it can make a V-shaped recovery. But nonetheless, I'm still very positive and bullish GTII, right? So I think this is just a normal reaccumulation. I was speaking of this just a little bit earlier, where we're getting this like range here, up and down, right? So you can notice that this is clearly playing an ABCD strategy. And I mean, it's one of the most common strategies and most used strategies in the markets, right? So this here, so you have X marks the beginning of range. You have A as a point of entry for longs. You have B as a point of entry for shorts. In this case, we're doing it really fast, right? So then you would only assume that C could be located right above here at about, I would say in distance. Yeah, I would have to favor my resistance here. If it's not that, I'm looking at about 148 to about 178, well, somewhere around there. I remember that I do have a target here from the triangle, psychological target located at 148. Yeah, 148, damn. Okay, not bad whatsoever. But yeah, it's playing an ABCD strategy, and right now this is potentially the long entry and the exchange of hands between shorts and longs. Not bad. Let's see here. Let's see. Baron said, can we look at KSCP? KSCP? Yeah, dude, I'm down. What's going down? What's happening with that ticker? KSCP. Sorry, hold on. Come on, man. Did we face the high of day already? It's like Finger got scared that I came back into the markets. It was like, oh man, Arca's back. We gotta pump to the upside today now. So I don't have that influence, guys. I don't think I have enough. I don't think I have enough influence with the total amount of subscribers and followers throughout Discord, Twitter, and YouTube to move $300 million cap. That's huge, right? So I don't. maybe some micro caps, right? But I don't think this. And that's absolutely illegal too, right? So I want to make sure that I mathematically back anything that I talk about, or else that would just be market manipulation, and I am not about that. I didn't just work this hard, right, to understand price, and literally teaching myself two forms of mathematics over some months to just come over here and just pretend that I wanted always to be this influencer in stock trading. I didn't even know that was possible. So, yeah, just I don't think I have that. I don't think I have that power. But team, damn, the previous high of day is 715, and we're at 50% of the returns right now. This is still suggesting a continuation, but resistance would be at 648 to around 664 resistance. Likely to come back to 619 or 620. But anyway, team, let's look at which one did you say, brother? John Smith Doe, NKLA 213, 54% up. Wow. There's a silent billionaire in in Arca's Discord for sure. So I mean, I know of a few that are absolute millionaires, and they're whales, they're whales. So, but not, you don't. Yeah, I guess. I guess there are potentially. I mean, in every Discord, right? So, as money follows money, I guess. I don't know how to respond to that. I feel so weird. If you zoom out on the daily for FNGR, $7 have a lot of confluence. $7. Oh, so much. Right, and it's a range. So $6.90 to $7, so much resistance there. And we're in the process of, oh my goodness, dude. Yeah, very cool. Good eye, my brother. Rhino is the biggest bull in Arca's Discord. Dude, Rhino and I have had some conversations, man. He's he is and he's a talented trader too, man. You could, yeah, man. Rhino, he's a good dude. He's very talented. So XRP Ripple wins the court. No. When was this? Are you serious? That is. Hold on. Is this the? This is the one here. Okay, I'm gonna keep that up. Let me just load up here. Get rid of this. I guess I can save it and close it. Let me load up a couple. Hold on. Master layout. Let me load up KSCP real quick. KSCP. Let's see. And then also, let me load up something. So let me load up. I want to see what XRP did, right? So I guess crypto market cap is okay. Damn. Dude. Was this just announced? Bro, where are you? Joel, today? Holy crap. Dude, that is... Hold on, I need to see spot price action. That is insane. I guess I'll just do Binance, whatever. Oh my goodness, that is massive, massive, massive price action. Dude, that's ridiculous. Bro, this is squeezing out the shorts like no other right now. This is insane. XLM is up too? Wow. It is 65% up on the day so far, and literally happening within the last probably hour. Yeah, that's where we're reading, John, that the Ripple wins the case against the SEC. So as the judge rules XRP is not security stores. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how to read that. Cointelegraph. Wow. So, okay, so it says that Ripple got a partial win 20 minutes ago. No matter what, the sentiment is pricing it in. This is absolute FOMO ripping, and I don't even know how far this can go up. But this is shocking everything in momentum. This already invalidates the statistics. It invalidates technicals. It invalidates all kinds of stuff, man. At the end of the day today, people would start to likely read what's happening afterward. But man, that is massive upside for no time at all. Let's see it on. Let's just do. Let's do the. No, not perpetual. Can I do it on UST? Let me see. Dude, it's that XLM is not available in everything, right? So, BitMEX has that's a Tether index. Okay, index there as well. It's only on futures. Hold on. It's up 46%. Wow. Let me just use XLM against the US dollar on Bitfinex. Dude. So how are XLM and XRP related? I didn't even know that they were tied to each other. Damn. It knocked a zero. It went to freaking 14 cents. It's up 46.59 on the day. Very, very bullish. Holy goodness, it's breaking market structure presently. And it's very likely to break this zone too at around 15 cents, 15.23. Or I guess you can call this, let's see. Yeah, you can call this, what is it, 15 million Satoshis? Damn. That is incredible price action, man. I can't believe that it actually beat it like that. That puts less credibility, man, on the SEC. Even less. Ugh. Who was suing them? Was it the SEC suing them? Oh my goodness, man. The judge is gonna think they're a freaking joke. They're a bunch of monkeys. I hope that's not the case, man, because I mean, if it just passed in ruling that they're safe, oh man. So, damn, yeah, I've been noticing BBIG was running to the upside. Let's look at KSCP real quick from my man here. KSCP real quick, let's see. 30-minute immediate short-term showing downside. This could be a temporary reaccumulation period. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Expect some weakness coming in on KSCP. Let me look at the daily time frame and the resistance levels that we're at. Okay. Yeah, very likely to be because of this resistance here. This is a critical resistance or a key resistance, right? So combating the area of it's a gap too. I'll give it to you. I would favor 181 to about 202. Clearing this resistance zone with a daily candle upside of the top side of the range here at 202 would introduce some nice upside continuation. Temporary resistance located at about 257, but other than that, yeah, price action can lead up to 298. Followed by about 364. So this is overall looking bullish. It's just a little overextended right now. And it is set to make a type of pullback here. Somewhere here. I mean, we're seeing it already, right? But it may try to top out one more time today at power hour. No guarantee on that, but it's a probability. Okay, so just kind of watch out for that. And like I always give the perspective of the what is it? The conservative trader versus the aggressive trader. So the conservative trader would actually wait for the pump right? Particularly to about 238. And then the retracement back to confirm the 202 as support with a minimum daily candle closure. So the conservative trader will wait for that pump to the upside, come back here, and then essentially bag the higher move, right? So the aggressive trader would get long at these support regions here, right at about 161 to about 155, and then get long the asset, make a trade all the way up to the area of 238-ish, and then, liquidate position and reaccumulate here upon validation or confirmation of support. Damn, XRP still continuing, bro. That's insane. That is crazy. Wow. It is up 64.5% on the day. 65%. This thing is, look at this. It is at a strong buy. This is insane, man. What a day, man. Whoever banked this, whoever got in that 47 to 77, you are way in the money. 67% up, 66. Damn. This is not letting off. That is so bullish. My goodness, man. I just honestly, I wouldn't get in on this right now. There's no way I would get in. It's too overextended. And I frankly don't have an edge in trading news like that, right? Because I mean this is very significant news though. This fundamental news is so strong. That's a huge deal. It's a big deal, right? So I wouldn't take that lightly. Wow, man. This is so cool. TQQQ up at 43.83. Man, knocking almost 2 points in a day. Wow. That is impressive price. Guys, everything is super bullish right now. What is going down? All right, I got the delivery. Cool. Wow, team. Yeah. This is good times here. Joel. No, you didn't. Wait, Joel, are you talking? You got long XRP at 11? Where? Oh, you mean like back here? When did it ever reach 11? Oh my God, dude. No way. You got long this in 2020 or what? Damn. Oh, XLM. I'm like, dude, you've been holding for a long time. That's impressive, man. You are way in the money. I would already be pulling out all kinds of money. Dude, I know BTC's pumping, right? And you're going to get these coins to sometimes show these. I was asked why I bought XLM. Dude, you're not the only one, man. You're not the only one. Actually, I think Fern5 in the Discord, he's had XLM for quite a while too. He's been bullish on it. There's going to be bag holders waiting for $1 for sure. Zephram, you're definitely right. Arca, FNGR looks like it might make an inverse head and shoulders on the 15 minute. Those 15-minute time frames often show some type of they have kind of a lesser strike rate, right? They don't always pan out the way we want them to. So let's see. Oh, right. Damn, man. Nice. Breakout on BBIG. Continuing on, 224. Likely resistance at about 238. Wow. And then pull back to validate the 217. So keep an eye on that 217 for re-entry. Right. So 15-minute time frame you were looking at, inverse head. Yeah. A little choppy, but yeah, still there. That's assuming that we would pull back to about 593 from the current area, or about, I guess it would even do it if it was even if it pulled back to 604, it would still create a shoulder. So yeah, just keep an eye on that. Okay, hold on. How would I do this? Is it forward? I remember, I forgot which one I used for XLM. Was that the one? That's USDT. So let me see. Was it Bitfinex? Oh yeah, I said it was going to go against the dollar. You're way, and the RVol is actually absolutely beyond the moving average in volume. This is massive. This is your moving average here, and you're way above it. That signals all kinds of traders. Traditional volume here, sitting at almost 8 million in the day. Damn. And the average volume is about 1 million daily, 1.5 mil. I'm sorry, on a 10-day close. So 10-day average is 1.6 million, and you're looking at 8 million in the day today. Huge price action, and massive bullish engulfing. That little red candle there doesn't stand a chance. My goodness in heaven. Oh, dude. That is so funny. Arca, when you have time, can you look at Open? OPEN. Let's see what's up. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Have not. Oh, this ticker looks very similar to a lot of tickers, by the way. So, yeah, the chart is absolutely familiar. So let's see here. 30-minute immediate short term is already showing some signs of life here. Let me see. This may be a bullish reaccumulation. Some people may see this as a bear flag, but it's not. 30-minute time frame is kind of indicative of that not being a bear flag, seeing that we're starting to get this pivot to the upside, which means that the 15-minute and 5-minute are likely showing it too. Yeah, 15 minutes showing upside, 5-minute retracing already from the upside. Okay, so 30-minute time frame barely getting that influence. Hourly time frame still hasn't. So we're going to consolidate here for a bit, right, until we can actually get the shorter time frames to start pumping the upper time frames, and then there is likely to be some type of move here. Price action is yeah, it's moving according with volume, so it's healthy. Let's see. Okay, so there's not news today, but yeah, I think this could be. I mean, it's gonna chop around here. If it touches 469 again, it's fine, right? But it may be chopping around between the area of about 477 to 469, and then it'll actually make its continuation to the upside. It's a little conditional because of the shorter time frames, but that's essentially what it's kind of saying here. Wow, guys, the broader markets, yeah, just wait for the confirmation here, but it looks like it's going to continue to the upside even still, and it's just taking a breather, very similar to FNGR, very similar price action. That's essentially why I was saying I think that it was familiar. I was going to have you look at this. Look at the markets. My goodness. Making a new high of day, 449.27 on the SPY. TQQQ at 43.87. I still haven't let go of those calls. The rest of the runners, I still have them long. Oh my goodness. Very impressive here, team. Super impressive. Oh my goodness. I can't believe how hard this is pumping. Oh, dude. Good news here, guys. Good news. Very good day for trading, right? I hope that you guys are capitalizing. You guys are damn nice. Very cool. Very, very nice. Okay, Very holding the 198, still at about that $2 mark. 195 still on ticker symbol 8. 445, 446, right around that same area on the AMC ticker. We're getting that bounce through the upside from GTII, right? We're at 106 right now, not looking bad. And yeah, team, I think I actually should try to wake up my boy, right? I think this could be I wanted to give him a little more time to sleep because he's still going a little late, right? But I think this could be a good time for me to consider going to wake him up now. But yeah, team, I think everything is looking good. So what's up, Arca? Opinion ticker note. Sorry, what? That was doing it, brother. We looked at it. KSCP. On open? I didn't get to look at it? I didn't look at open. But let me do it real quick. Yeah, remember that I was talking about on open here that the 30-minute time frame is already getting that support. So keep your eyes on that 469 range to about 477. We're going to chop around here for a bit before it continues to the upside. And I was saying that it's very familiar to it was very familiar to the ticker, what was it? FNGR. Price action very, very similar to it. So, and now we did. Let me see. Or are you saying that because it's running? Yeah, we looked at KSEP. Cool cloth on his eyes. If you, okay, I will keep that in mind. Thank you, Sam. That's very kind of you to share. Yeah, I was talking about combating this area here for KSCP. Keep this in mind, okay? We need to combat this area. We need to make sure that we can close the daily candle upside of that so we can validate a continuation to the upside. But this is the pullback that we were talking about. This is likely to reaccumulate between the area of 161 and 155. So that's going to be the aggressive trader entering here for a potential liftoff here to around the area of 211 to maybe 238. And then the retracement back to validate this as an area of support, 202. That would be a daily close above 202 would be the confirmation. I bet. Thank you so much. Lockup, what's up, my brother? Mahalo to you. Arca style TA, you know how it goes, my brother. You know how it goes. Guys, I have, you know what? Let me look at so Yak, I'm gonna let me hold off on that right now because I'm actually working on a full thread of MRES because I noticed that there's some attention in that. So I'm making a full thread of that. Okay, so let me just for Barbara, I got you. Let me look at that real quick for you because that's not one that I'm covering. Right, so very interesting. Man, I can't. Yeah, we were already looking for these resistance touches, right? We're right at the resistance. It actually faced it very nicely and pulled back. So the resistance that we're facing now is at 38.50 based on our discretionary zone. Did I have any? No, I didn't. Okay, so let me see here on the 30-minute time frame. Wow, vertical pivot to the upside on the 30-minute hourly time frame, getting that upside as well, contracting volatility, nice. Bi-hourly time frame is about to get that. Yeah, this is a new cycle, and it is barely starting. Let me see. Yeah, we're starting to get some curls here on the bi-hourly. So, as soon as you start seeing the bi-hourly stochastic momentum curl to the upside alongside the 4-hour. That's right around the time where this thing is going to continue to the upside here. But it's very likely to have found the floor just recently, right down here at about that 34.64. This is set to continue to the upside, but we really want the confirmation from the upper time frames too, the bi-hourly and the 4-hour, right? So then I could see the price action leading up to around 40... I'd say 42.93 coming up maybe tomorrow. But we just have to make sure that we can get these shorter time frames to pivot towards that upside, okay? So, damn, look at that XLM still moving. But yeah, team, let me go ahead and just get my little guy woken up. He's I got to try to adjust him so I can come back to streaming earlier again. Right? It gets a little difficult. But yeah, team, I really appreciate everybody for coming by. Congratulations. If you were able to take some of the longs that we were talking about today, right? So as we very much saw a complete succession of all the plays. So very good stuff, team. Thumbs up to all of you. I love you very much, and thank you so much for all of your support here to my donations, all that good stuff, guys. Thank you so much. But with that said, I wish everybody very, very well, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, I'm gonna be putting up some videos tonight. Hopefully, we can put up some plays as well. and then we will continue on the price action, okay, on the price analysis and everything, team. But I love you all. Thank you so much. I wish you well and a very good rest of your day. I'll catch you at the Bell Mañana, team. Adios, guys. Peace. Thank you. Bye.